Fabulous.
All right, so hi everybody. We're going to start for real in about a minute, but just some basic like logistical ground rules. Um, that try to remember that if you're unmuted, if your mic is on, that then whatever you say or do, or if you turn on a radio or if you clink, we'll be able to hear it in the middle of the song. So my friend Paul is going to co-host. He's going to, well, I'm going to try to mute all at the beginning of the song, and but you'll be allowed to unmute yourselves, which you have to do manually. But just wait till the end of the song if you could, so there's no talking between the songs, except if I'm brave enough to try to do a sing along. And just to be aware of that whatever you say, everyone else can hear, and for what it's worth, if your camera's on, everyone else can see. So, just to be aware. Hey, Eddie, how you doing, Eddie? It's nice to see all these good people. Well, that's so cool. You know what? I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to get an instrument, and I'm going to start the show. Okay. You're so patient as I fiddle around trying to figure all this stuff out, which I appreciate. Folks, raise your hand. Can you hear the guitar okay? Excellent. Okay. Now, last week on regular DeanZine, I explained how when I wrote Company, it was based on the Paul McCartney song Blackbird, which goes like this. But I decided to play backward, starting from the top and going down. But so that worked well, and I wound up with Company. But then I wanted to write another song using the same open G voicings, and so all I could think of doing was going backwards again. So it's a song that I wrote up in the Lake District, where I had a weekend off. For some reason, whoever booked me neglected to book a gig for a weekend, which is not a smart thing for an agent to do. Anyway, it was really beautiful. I got to walk around all weekend, and this is the result. In the morning mist in the northern fells, under a precipice where the hill spirits dwell. That's where we first kissed under some ancient spell. Where I said farewell. Oh, Sarah sent me back to Lakelands. Back up my gig and my gunny sack. I've made some new plans. If my love will take me back, I'd like one more chance. Off to Cumbria on holiday. You came to walk the fells, and I showed you the way. Off a wooded path in the moss we lay. pack up my gig and my gunny sack. I've made some new plans. If my love will take me back, I'd like one more chance. Down through all the stunning buttermere, up top Castle Rig where the air is clear. I know when I think of her I can't stay here. Along the shores of Windermere, oh Sarah, send me back to Lakelands. Pack up my gig and my gunny sack. I've made some new plans. If my love will take me back, I'd like one more chance. Now you can talk.
Beautiful. I love that.
Nice one, Dean.
Now, here's the really strange thing about that song, which always surprises me. It's one of my biggest selling records of all time. And it's because, hold on, let me just mute everybody.
Oh, frozen.
Someone's still got their TV off. I wish you would turn it off. Paul, if you could identify who's got their TV or radio on, I'd be grateful. You have to look for the audio signals, okay?
What's that mean?
I just muted everybody, so stand by, and you can unmute yourselves at the end. But for a moment, let me just talk, and then I'll sing another song. I was just saying that song, The Lakelands, is one of my best-selling records of all time because, well, first, it was supposed to be released as a single on Peach River Records. They went bankrupt the week that it was supposed to come out. But I ran into a publisher, Mick McDonough, who was putting together a compilation album called Green Velvet, and it was filled with traditional Irish folk songs, like Danny Boy when she was Sweet 16. And he needed a track. He had one more space for a track, and so he said, that Lakeland song is perfect, Dean. Can I license it? And I said, sure, go ahead. So it sold like hundreds of thousands of copies all over Ireland, and then it was released in the UK. On Telstar, and you know, it was all these traditional Irish folk songs, and this song, "The Lakelands," by this Jewish kid from New Jersey. Of course, that company also went bankrupt before I ever get paid, but it's still one of my biggest selling records, and so I'm always a little tickled whenever I sing it and play it, and pleased that people asked for it. That's really cool. So bear with me again. Okay, so also, by the way, you know, you folks have a choice of watching either gallery view or speaker view. That's totally up to you. Speaker view, it's me, really big, and you can see everybody on the sides. Gallery view, you get to see everybody else, and you can switch back and forth, and if you're not that familiar with Zoom. Anyway, so listen, I can't help... I can't not acknowledge that this weekend is our birthday, 244 years old. So I'm going to play a song about the good old US of A. I'm always conflicted when I sing this song because it's about our beginnings, which were really violent, you know, on principles that espouse some virtues, but we're also about commerce and anyway, all the original sin founding of this country, which I love, but can't ignore all the problems inherent with it. So, for example, this song, it's about our first president. Who, as I'm sure all you know, had hundreds of slaves. He also did something unique, which was that he relinquished power peacefully. which is not something that leaders of nation states were tended to do in those days. He set a hopeful precedent, which hopefully will continue into the next administration. But anyway, this is George Washington slept here. Was riding down the throughways, the rain began to pour. Pulled into a roadside inn and stumbled through the door. The room was dank and musty, all the furniture was worn. Only light a neon sign was flashing off an horn. The man behind the counter said, "Sonny, would you like a beer?" Plaque above the bar read, "George Washington slept here." George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. He handed me a brew, a few drops spilled upon the floor. He began to tell a tale he told 1,000 times before. A farmer from Virginia just answering his country's call. I'm sorry. That was a mistake. I just muted everybody and lost my lyrics. My apologies. They handed me a brew, fruit drops spilled upon the floor. Began to tell a tale he told 1,000 times before. A farmer from Virginia just answering his country's call. We lost every major battle save the biggest of them all. Freezing dead of winter on a starless Christmas Eve, he crossed the icy river in the darkness like a thief. The enemy in revelry was taken by surprise. 1,000 Hessian prisoners 'neath the cold New Jersey skies. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. From Germantown to Boston, into White Plains, led a ragtag army on a suicide campaign. Frozen hell at Valley Forge is when it takes its toll. These simple lines, these are the times that try men's soul. Without a prayer against all odds, they finally turn the tide. After roll the smoke, it cleared 10,000 men had died. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. From mountaintops to valleys, from far inland to the sea, fought for their independence and their new democracy. Across the Hudson River they built a mighty chain to keep the British ships from sailing north to Lake Champlain. They forged in their foundries from 100 tons of iron ore, stretched across 1,000 links from shore to shore. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. Now any other man, he said, would have crowned himself as king, but this one stayed his hand so a new nation could take wing. First shot heard round the world till the final soldier fell. He did a job he never sought, he served his country well. It's not self-evident, you do well to recall. Here's a man who stood for liberty and justice for us all. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. All at once the rain had stopped, the moon was shining bright. I took one last sip before heading back into the night. Thought about the colonists and their fight for liberty, and how the actions of a single man can alter history. And as I placed a tip upon the bar, I felt a sudden chill. There upon the counter lay a $1 bill. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. Listen, wayward children, as you travel far and wide. Remember, no matter where you go, we're all the same inside. Never take for granted all the freedoms you enjoy. For a day will come, some wicked son will break you like a toy. And don't forget the kind of world this might have been if America had not been strong enough to fight and win. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. George Washington slept here. Peace on earth, let freedom ring. George Washington slept here.
Can hear us now.
Well done,
Thank you, folks.
Nice one, Dean. Where did
Thank
you
you,
sleep?
thank you. Well, you know what? It's actually there was an appropriate segue I forgot to mention from the Lakelands up in the Lake District to George Washington slept here, because George Washington's family came from England. In fact, I think the village of Tring, is that right? In Tring, where is Tring? Tring's north of London. Anyway, so we're all related, basically. That's what it really comes down to. We're all related.
Interbred, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Interbred. We're all mutts.
Sorry, Dave.
So, here's some actual noise. So I'm going to mute everybody again for a moment. Bear with me a second. And just remember that any newcomers, that everything you do or say, or if you have the TV or radio on, everybody can hear it, and it interrupts the music. So I'm going to mute everybody at the beginning of every song, and you can unmute yourselves at the very end, if you don't mind, just trying to be quiet in the middle. Let's see here. Here's a question for you, and you can answer this by kind of waving. Is anyone have a birthday today or this weekend? Any birthdays this weekend in addition to... hold on.
My best friend Philip, who passed away.
Paddington Bear is shaking his head no.
Mine was on Tuesday.
Yours was on Tuesday? All right, well, that's close enough.
Yeah.
This is another... here, I'll go back into this. What did I just do? Show grid. I don't want to show the grid. I want to do that. Sue, to everyone, you're 50 today. Well, happy birthday, Sue. All right, well, I'm going to sing this for Stu then. How did I intend for this to actually work? Do I want to put this up here? All right, I'll look here. So, and anyone else who might have a birthday. Bear with me a second. Okay, no, I do want to move this here. Wow. Okay, I'm exiting the screen.
Dean,
And I appreciate...
I'm 31.5 today.
Oh, yeah, your birthday too? Well, excellent. All right.
Happy birthday.
Excellent. All right. Well, this is for anyone whose birthday it is, including the United States of America, although it's more appropriate for human beings. So I'm going to ask everyone to to be quiet again and mute yourselves and let me just get through the song. So this is another birthday song. So let me try this again. Okay. Oh, and I need my ukulele. Okay, I know things have been very slipshod. That's why I called this a slipshod production. But this is a brand new birthday song that I've written. I played it in a previous DeanZine, but for folks that haven't had a chance to hear it, I thought it was an appropriate weekend to sing it on. So, and for everyone whose birthday it is today, this is for you. You must have had a lot of ambition and a mission on a mission. You must have been a real good swimmer to beat out all the competition. Just like Rocky Balboa, you whipped all the other spermatozoa. And it's a good thing it all worked out that way, or you wouldn't be able to be here to hear us sing today. We're really, really glad that you were born. You know, it's wonderful to hear that you survived another year. You're like a great big box of buttered popcorn. You know, we really, really love you. We just can't get enough of you. We celebrate this so special day. You know, you must have looked so cute in your birthday suit. The doctor took one look and said, oy vey. You must have made your mama shout the moment you popped out, and no sooner than you let out your first cry, they could tell that you were blessed and destined for success. And even if that last line is a lie, still they thought you were kind of sweet, so in the end they decided to keep you. We're really, really glad that you were born. You're really quite unique, can't help but pinch you on the cheek, and like the mythological unicorn. There's nobody quite like you, that's why we really, really like you. So blow out on the candles on your cake. Enjoy a great big plateful and remember to be grateful, because even though you were most likely a mistake, somehow you made it through, and that's how we got you. But remember, even though you're 1 year older, despite all the things you did, you're still just a kid. We'd be happy, so if you find you need a shoulder to cry on, we'd be happy to be of assistance, except for, you know, social distancing. We're really, really glad that you were born. You really ought to give thanks that your dad wasn't shooting blanks, so ring the bell and toot your horn. Dance around and jump and shout, and don't forget to thank your mom for pushing you out. Happy birthday, America, and everybody else in the room.
Marvelous.
Okay. I'm going to make my way to the keyboard and play some more songs. I'm going to mute you once again, and you can unmute yourselves towards the end.
Oh, really?
La ba 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 da ba. Okay, here we go. There were a lot more requests for some obscure songs on this second all requests Zoom, which I'm pleased about, because there's a lot of songs I haven't really played much over the years, and my pockets for the keys to your fickle heart.
Oh.
Drop them on the ground, surprise, surprise, you pick them up. Stand in the doorway wearing my patented foolish grin. Till finally you take pity on my poor soul and you let me in. The time has come. Soon the ramparts will be overrun. Hang my hurt in the hallway and follow you up the stairs. Leave a scattered trail of clothes straight up to your room. For a couple of hours the planets from their paths they stray. Every sense is filled with your sweet perfume. When you come with such power I am overcome. Sandy, won't you ever make up your mind? The love you're trying so hard to find, standing right in front of you. And don't you see what you're searching for is waiting right outside your door? All you have to do is listen to your love. You sit up and turn on the TV with a remote control. Flip through 57 channels till nothing's on. So you head into the kitchen and come back with a box of Oreos. Arrange them on the bed like checkers on a row. And one by one, you make sure and sample everyone. Sandy, won't you ever make up your mind? The love you're trying so hard to find, standing right in front of you. Don't you see that what you're searching for is waiting right outside this door? All you have to do is listen to your love. Fumble in my pockets for the keys to your fickle heart. Drop them on the ground, surprise, surprise, you pick them up.
Really we want to see him, don't we?
Thank you. Thank you. Love it.
Dean, you played that back in around 2000 all the time, just so you know.
Nice one,
Okay,
Dave.
yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
That's lovely.
Give me a second. I'm going to mute you guys all again. So once again, forgive me, I just have to ask everyone, don't unmute yourself till the end of the song if you want to acknowledge the song, because otherwise we can hear you eating and sniffling and chewing and making all kinds of crinkly noises throughout the song, and it's recorded forever. So just try to refrain from making a lot of noise during the songs. If you would, I'd be grateful. Okay. Well, this is an obscure song that's actually a bonus track on Rumpled Romeo. Did I turn it? Yeah, okay. I'll just relieve the reverb on.
So is the Lakeland.
So was the Lakelands, right. So anyway, so I was pleased that people actually asked for this song here, and so it's called I Didn't Mean to Make You Cry. I know I've been knocking you to the road. got walking on tiptoe. I'm a no good so-and-so, and I see you're trying to be nice to me, but it doesn't take a PhD to see I'm acting like an SOB. And what's the use? You can only take so much abuse. My brains must be loose, and I've got no excuse. But I didn't mean to make you cry, there's something wrong, and I'm the reason why. And I didn't mean to make you cry, Well, you said that I should get out of bed and turn the TV off instead, go out and earn my daily bread. And I knew the only thing left to do was try to make it up to you, or you'd say toodaloo. Now I'm dumb and I had to be quarrelsome. You're such a lazy bum, baby, look what I've done. But I didn't mean to make you cry, there's something wrong, and I'm the reason why. And I didn't mean to make you cry, Well, I say that everything is not okay. My life's in disarray, I need to get away. And I bet a whole pack of cigarettes the reason you're so upset is you're afraid that I'll forget. Now hear this, that is not the way it is. I know I've been remiss, but I'll fix it with a kiss. And I didn't mean to make you cry, there's something wrong, and I'm the reason why. No, didn't mean to make you cry, There you go.
Hey.
Ah, okay. Let's see what we got next for you. Well, here's something Lee Goldinger is going to like, 'cause it's off Rumpled Romeo. So I'm going to mute you all once again. And Hilary, can I borrow your car? I got a date tonight with a movie star. She's got sexy legs and a perfect bod. She's got such a pretty face, I swear to God. Don't worry, it'll be alright. We'll have a bite to eat and then we'll dance all night. When the sun comes up, I'm gonna take her home and we'll kiss goodnight. And I'll walk away alone. She's not your ordinary girl. She's much more wonderful. I wouldn't change her for the world. She is so extra special. Hilary, no, it's just what it seems. I thought I'd never find her, but she's the girl of my dreams. And every time I see her, it's like the first time. I get nervous and I stammer, and my temperature climbs. Gee, Larry, do you know what she said? She said, I always wanted someone with a lot of bread. And then you came along and you saw right through, and you stole my heart. So you just have to do. She's not your ordinary girl. She's much more wonderful. I wouldn't change her for the world. She is so extra special. Bum ba da 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 da, bum ba da dum ba da 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 da, my clothes. I've got to take a shower. I got to pick her up in half an hour. So listen, Larry, see, I got to run. But what I'm trying to tell you is she's the one. And I'll be real careful like I've always been. And I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks again. She's not your ordinary girl. She's much more wonderful. I wouldn't change her for the world. She is so extra special. Hey Larry, can I borrow your car? I got a date tonight with a movie star. Thank you, everybody.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Well, I have a fondness for that album.
Greatest album ever.
Especially after this next song, as you well know by now, it was officially banned by the BBC for daring to mention a commercial trade name. Imagine that. Who would have thought? Here, let me just stand by while I just mute you all again. Even though you've been so well behaved.
Hello.
Here we go. And once again, as my always disclaimer is that this is meant to be sung by a 15-year-old boy. I am in love with a McDonald's girl. She has a smile of innocence, so tender and warm. I am in love with a McDonald's girl. She's an angel in a polyester uniform. I leave from softball practice every night. It's getting dark, but the golden arches light up the way. I turn the corner at the traffic light. I count my money and then I rehearse what I'm gonna say. Like an order of fries, a quarter pounder with cheese. I love the light in your eyes. Will you go out with me, please? I am in love with a McDonald's girl. She has a smile of innocence, so tender and warm. I am in love with a McDonald's girl. She is an angel in a polyester uniform. She is an angel in a polyester uniform. She doesn't try to impress anyone. She doesn't act real tough like all the other girls that I know. She don't treat me like a simpleton. She's not afraid to be the only other virgin I know. When my hamburger's cold, I get up ready to go. She's only 15 years old and I'm in love with her, so I am in love with a McDonald's girl. She has a smile of innocence, so tender and warm. I am in love with a McDonald's girl. She's an angel in a polyester uniform. She is an angel in a polyester uniform. There she stands behind the register, taking orders from the Saddle River Little League. They knew how much I wanted her. The homeroom teacher would have to send her home for a week. And as I head for the door, the movement catches her eye. My heart begins to soar. She smiles and waves goodbye. I am in love with a McDonald's girl. She has a smile of innocence, so tender and warm. I am in love with a McDonald's girl. She is an angel in a polyester uniform. She is an angel in a polyester uniform. She is an angel Oh, there we go.
Nice one, Dean.
Went to McDonald's today.
We're loving it.
I'm so pleased.
Glasses piece.
So everybody doing okay?
Yay.
Stand by. And let me tell you, I can't tell you how I stress over trying to prepare and figure out and practice these songs that I haven't sung, some of them in many years. And then I ask myself, why am I doing this? I'm not really quite sure, but I'm pleased that you guys keep coming back and support these efforts and listen. That means a lot.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see what else we got in store. Oh yeah, okay. Well, this is a song. Even the second DeanZine, this song
You just sang like
almost the top amount of votes, and it always tickles me to think that because
I get myself
it's one of the earliest songs I ever wrote when I was 16. And let me mute you all. Just remember, you're all being heard.
gone off.
Look at all you.
You've gone off, Dean. Oh, here he is.
Okay. So. Just to mention to Paul, if you're still paying attention, don't forget to admit people who some of the latecomers. Anyway, here we go.
I've been doing so. I don't see him in the waiting room.
Okay, that's cool. Maybe it's just my monitor is kind of slow. The wonders of telecommunications and technology. Anyway, here we go. Look how shiny my guitar is. Gonna find me a cave, shut myself in and not come out again. Gonna stay there till I rot in my grave. If someone comes and knocking, I just won't let them in. Oh, a woman of mine picked a mighty fine time to tell me that you're on your way. Now that I'm out of my mind, tell me how the hell I'm ever gonna make it through another day. Baby, there's just no way. Gonna rob me a bank, get myself arrested and go to jail. Spend the rest of my life in a tank. If someone tries to help me, I'll refuse the bail. Oh, a woman of mine, you picked a mighty fine time to tell me that you're on your way. Now that I'm out of my mind, tell me how the hell I'm ever gonna make it through another day. Baby, there's just no way. Gonna go in my room, gonna turn off all the lights and crawl in bed like a caterpillar in a cocoon. Gonna hold my breath and make believe I'm dead. Oh, a woman of mine picked a mighty fine time to tell me that you're on your way. Now that I'm out of my mind, tell me how the hell I'm ever gonna make it through another day. Baby, there's just no way.
Hey! Fantastic! Brilliant!
Good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excuse me one second.
Thank you.
So let's see what's next here. This is another song that I'm fond of, and I'm pleased that some folks asked for this song. Wait, I'm gonna have to mute you again. Bear with me a second. Okay, let's try that again. Look, I know that I have been grumbling about the speed of the computer and the fact that my air conditioner keeps threatening to blow a fuse, and but it is astonishing to me that any of this technology works as long as it has. And I'm waiting for some electromagnetic pulse to wipe out everything. But until that happens, I am grateful for all these electrons whizzing through the air and microwave and whatever. It allows me to see you folks and share this music with you. It's just mind-boggling. It really is. I think Isaac Asimov speculated that any technology would seem like magic to an earlier civilization. Well, let me tell you, this technology, as far as I'm concerned, is magic. It makes no sense at all. Look at those children, see them smiling, playing outside on the backyard swings. Who are their parents? We'd better find them. It's time for dinner and they're not listening. By the way, it really puzzles me. Where are their mom and dad? Sweet Jesus, could it be? You and me, babe, you and me, still together after all these years. You and me, babe, you and me, through the laughter and the tears. I got this picture here in my wallet, next to my credit cards and my photo IDs. It's of two people looking happy, grinning like a couple of chimpanzees. You know, they look so strangely familiar. Give me a minute now and it'll come to me. Hey, it's you and me, babe, you and me, still together after all these years. You and me, babe, you and me, through the laughter and the tears. And here we're all dressed up for Cassie's wedding. The groom is nervous and the bride is all aglow. Funny how much they both remind me of a couple of young kids we used to know, who've got no idea what they're in for. They've got each other and that's all they need to know. Just like you and me, babe, you and me, still together after all these years. You and me, babe, you and me, through the laughter and the tears. Oh, yeah, hello there, the socks. It's so good to see the socks. Hey, socks, let me see you. Say
How you doing? Hello, Dean.
Michael.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have the Sox join us. And
it's a pleasure to be here.
Where are you, Sox? Are you in Scotland?
you know what? I've been warned not to do this again, but I'm going to try it because you've been so nicely behaved and such a lovely audience. And
Where are you, Sox?
let's see if this earpiece will stay in.
In answer to the question, we are in England.
You are in England. That's right.
Somebody was asking where we were based. We are based in England. Where the
I know that. Even though you are the Scottish falsetto sock puppet theater.
We
You were
are
apparently
from
born
Aberdeen.
born in a hamper in Aberdeen.
Aberdeen's in Scotland, not England.
No, we are born in Aberdeen.
No, we just said that. Yeah.
But we have since moved to be based in England.
Whereabouts?
We are based very near Bristol, now you ask.
Woo!
Oh, Sox! I'm ashamed of you.
Based in Bristol.
Well, I'm pleased the Sox could join us. And actually, I'm going to invite the Sox to join along with everybody.
Oh, excellent.
To try out on this next song. It's a sing-along. As I say, I have been warned not to do this on Zoom because it totally goes out of control, and the delay just makes everything worse. But like I say, you've been so well behaved and considerate, and not turned on your TV or radio. Although I'm not sure why that would be on in the first place, unless your spouse is watching and totally ignoring this DeanZine. But that's all well and good. So I'm not going to mute you. I'm going to leave you all on. And I'm just going to get the lyrics up here. Now, this song, you know, in these perilous and tumultuous times, you might be aware that more and more people have been, building, try to sort of live off the grid, not to rely on civilization. They're preppers, is what we call them here. Do they call them preppers in England also?
In Scotland.
They're preparing for disaster. That's why they're called preppers. And so this song is about that state of mind where you're afraid the world's going to come to an end and you're going to have to live in your fallout shelter. This harkens back to the early days of my childhood when they kept telling us that the Russians were going to drop atomic bombs on us and we had to hide under our desks to protect ourselves.
Air drills.
So there was a fashion where people would build fallout shelters. It went out of fashion, but now it's coming back with a vengeance, apparently, as the pandemic continues and as the world starts to suffer all the injustices and indignities of climate change ignorance, along with everything else. Anyway, so enough politics. I'm going to ask you to help me out on this song. And I'll sing the chorus once. You could try singing along with the chorus, but the most important thing is to remember, I'm going to sing it again, so you have to pay attention to what I'm singing so that you can help me out the second time through. Everybody ready?
No.
Yes. Here we go. It's going to work, Dean.
We'll give it a shot. It's not going to be pretty, I'll tell you right up front. Now here's the chorus. It goes like this. You can try to remember this. Won't you come live with me in my fallout shelter? Everybody saying that. Ready?
Ready?
Won't you come live with me in my fallout shelter?
That's good. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Here's the second line. It's radiation free in my fallout shelter. Hear ya?
It's radiation free in my fallout shelter.
And then here's the third line is, we'll burrow underground and we'll be safe and sound.
We'll burrow underground and
we'll be safe and sound. And the last line is, I've got 10,000 rounds in my fallout shelter. All right, let's give it a shot. Here we go. I've got 22 cases of yellow shoelaces, 33 boxes of bagels and loxes, and 44 tons of cinnamon buns, and 55 pounds of Peter Paul almond mounds. Let me hear you. Won't you come live with me?
In my fallout shelter.
It's radiation free in my
Fallout
Shelter.
burrow underground, and we'll be safe and sound. We've got 10,000 rounds in my
Fallout shelter.
It's best if you just sing Fallout Shelter on the chorus. All right, here it goes. I'll tell you what else I got in my Fallout Shelter. I got 12 feet of shredded
Shredded
wheat.
wheat.
That's right, and 13 jars of fine cigars. That's right, and 14 bags of American flags. And that's right, you follow along with the socks because they know what they're doing. And 15 sacks, 14, what did I say?
Union Jacks.
16 jugs of chocolate-covered bugs. Won't you come live with me in my
Fallout shelter.
It's radiation free in my
Fallout shelter.
That's right. We'll burrow underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000 rounds in my fallout shelter. That's not all I have in my fallout shelter. I am well prepared. Just so you know, anything happens, I got everything covered because I've got lots and lots of
Army cots.
army cots. That's right. And rows and rows of pantyhose. That's right. And several bins of safety pins. That's right. And a whole vat of chicken fat.
For some bizarre
For cooking,
reason.
lots of things about the chicken fat. And an entire room, let me tell you, a whole room with all kinds of hydroponics and lighting of Sensimilia and Blue. Won't you come live with me in my
Fallout shelter.
It's radiation free in my
Fallout shelter.
we'll burrow underground. We'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000 rounds in my
Fallout shelter.
Now, everybody, I hope that you have been paying attention dutifully, because now I want you all to remember what's in the fallout shelter. Now, the socks will give you a hand. Ready? Everybody, here we go. I've got 22 cases of
Yellow
Shoelaces.
Shoelaces.
Not my color, no yours.
They're yellow.
and I've got 33 boxes of
Bagels and loxes. As everybody knows what bagels and loxes are.
and 44 tons of
Cinnamon buns.
Buns.
that's right. and 55 pounds of
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Almond
I've got nothing.
mounds.
oh, won't you come live with me in my it's radiation free in my
Fallout shelter.
we'll burrow underground. We'll be safe and sound. Got 10,000 rounds. Good. And I hear everybody singing along. You're doing an excellent job. I've got 12 feet of
Shredded
Wheat.
12 feet shredded wheat.
that's right, and 13 jars of
fine cigars,
Cigars.
which everybody keeps in jars.
everybody keeps in jars. That's right. And 14 bags of
American flags,
Flags.
which
that's right, and
survived being
15
bagged.
and 15 sacks of
Chicken Union Jacks.
Union Jacks and Cracker Jacks. And 16 jugs of
Chocolate.
sorry socks. Oh, won't you come live with me? It's radiation free and we'll burrow underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000 rounds. All right, one last round. Here we go. And lots and lots of
Army cop.
Big hot.
Polka
A
dots.
baby army.
and rows of.
Anti-homes.
You might find that appealing. Socks,
Sounds
right?
dirtier every time you see it.
Several bins of
Safety pins.
safety pins. That's right. Safety
Our
pins.
personal
Always.
nightmare.
That's how the socks and the pantyhose tie the knot.
And a whole vat of
Chicken
cooking. Calm down.
Put the light in that fancy that on that.
Those
An
socks are
entire
being
room.
rude.
That's right.
Sensibly in full bloom.
Hey,
That's the
like,
thing.
Of Sesame in full bloom. Would you come live with me and my
fallout shelter now.
It's radiation free and
My
Shelter.
we'll burrow underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000 rounds. Won't fall out.
That was silly.
It worked.
Wow, that was remarkable, I have to say. That was very impressive. Thank you, Socks, for helping us out on that.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, everybody did a brilliant job. And oh, let's see here. Okay, we're making headway here. I'm going to go back to the keyboard and play a couple of things. I'm going to mute you folks for now, so stand by. And I'm going to sing a bunch of songs. Okay. All right. Well, this is another. Several people chose this, and it's an obscure track that I don't think I have ever played, really live. Goodness gracious, I can't remember when. It could be 40 years ago. But it's a song that I was really fond of. I wrote it when I was living on West 72nd Street, right off Riverside Drive. And our building went co-op. And if you're familiar with the New York City co-op scene, it's a cutthroat real estate maneuver that can be really abusive. And Allison and I were about to get married. And we got we were sued. We got an eviction notice from our landlord saying that I was cohabitating illegally in the apartment, and we actually had to go to the judge with our marriage invitation to prove that we were about to get married. And they, excuse me. And so they dismissed the eviction notice. Anyway, so in my mind, I had this idea for a musical about the whole co-op scene in New York, which was really crazy. And this was one of those songs from a musical that never happened. Everybody dance to the high-rise romance. Give yourself a chance. Don't be a victim of circumstance. Someone's waiting for you. High-rise romance. Ellie Mae in apartment J has a cat named Max who likes to play on the fire escape. And then one day she came home late and he ran away. She searched all over the neighborhood, and just when she thought he was lost for good, the man upstairs was at her door and said, could this be what you're looking for? Now everybody dance to the high-rise romance. Give yourself a chance. Don't be a victim of circumstance. Someone's waiting for you. High-rise romance. Mr. Jones from the second floor lived alone ever since before the armistice in the last World War. But did you know he has a paramour? 'Cause every Sunday at 3:30, Mrs. Bates from 14B gets all dressed up in her Sunday best, and you can figure out the rest. Now everybody dance to the high-rise romance. Give yourself a chance. Don't be a victim of circumstance. Someone's waiting for you. High-rise romance. Jerry Lee in 11B went to do his laundry with a box of detergent on his knee. But soon he had some company, 'cause Mary Lou and her roommate Beth, the two co-eds from 14F, said, you seem like a decent guy. Now would you like to tumble dry? And everybody dance to the high-rise romance. Give yourself a chance. Don't be a victim of circumstance. Someone's waiting for you. High-rise romance. Someone's waiting for you. High-rise romance. Someone's waiting for you. High-rise romance.
It's never too late. The world needs good musicals.
Yes.
Anyway, that song always tickled me, and it's one of the tracks on Dino's demos. If anyone was wondering how people heard it,
These are all the people.
it's on Dino's demos, and so some people have taken it, embraced it, which I appreciate. Let's see what we got. Okay, well here's another that I don't do all that often, but there were several requests for it, so. Bear with me a second. Like I said, I don't play this that more often, so bear with me. She doesn't know just how much she means to her family and friends, but she could realize all her dreams if she just had confidence. There's nothing wrong except everything. She's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. Poor pitiful pearl. She tries so hard, she's so dutiful, yet she's a melancholy soul. And when she smiles, she's so beautiful, it's a wonder to behold. With all the happiness she deserves, she's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. She's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. She's the saddest girl in in the whole wide world. Poor pitiful pearl. She's been having to carry this weight on her shoulders for much too long. I'd be happy to lend a hand, 'cause she's just so forlorn. And I do just about anything, and she's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. She's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. She's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. Poor pitiful pearl. I'm doing fine is all she'll say, yet something in her grieves. And still I know there will come a day her sadness will recede. And everything will turn out okay. She's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. She's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. She's the saddest girl in the whole wide world. Poor pitiful pearl. Poor pitiful pearl.
Thank you.
Okay, now this next song is on Songs for Grown-Ups, which I suspect a lot or most of you have. This next song, I predict now it might not happen until 100 years from now, but I predict this next song will become my biggest selling record of all time. Once some TV or film director decides that it's the perfect theme song for the next Marvel or DC superhero movie. Superman is a friend of mine. He drops down my house all the time. He's no different than me or you. He even helps start the barbecue. When the rest of the guests get there, he grills those burgers medium rare. And I'm hobnobbing, sharing a meal with a man of steel. And I'm hobnobbing, hanging loose with a guy named Bruce. And I'm hobnobbing, just getting to the swing party with the cats from DC. Hobnobbing with Batman and Robin, who's that raiding a refrigerator? None other than the Cape Crusader. Boy Wonder is in the den, playing 5-card stud with the X-Men. And though I know it's not polite to point, well, there's the joking and the penguin and the smoking a joint. And I'm hobnobbing, making a scene with Wolverine. And I'm hobnobbing, talking trash with the Flash. And I'm hobnobbing, getting the swing with the thing. Hobnobbing with Batman and Robin. Dead Devil, he's the man without fear. Eating jalapeno peppers with a cold beer. Green Hornet and Kato too. All we ever do is argue. Silver Surfer, he's so cool. Floating in his board in my swimming pool. And I'm hobnobbing, shooting the breeze with Mr. Freeze. And I'm hobnobbing, getting tight with the Dark Knight. And I'm hobnobbing, sharing a feast with the Beast. Hobnobbing with Batman and Robin. Anytime I'm feeling less than zero, I get together with the superheroes. Had a little problem, it wasn't too drastic. Got a helping hand from Mr. Fantastic. Something like the bathroom on the second floor. So we reached through the window and he opened the door. When we walked in, we were thunderstruck. Supergirl was in the bath with Howard the Duck. And I'm hobnobbing, cruising the room with Dr. Doom. And I'm hobnobbing, sipping cider with a Ghost Rider. Hobnobbing, talking of a storm with Storm. Hobnobbing with Batman and Robin. Sometimes Spider-Man swings by. He's a pretty introspective guy. He's not all that dynamic. Like to hang around in his web hammock. Let me tell you something, Spider's in for a shock. Cause Beverly is dancing with Doc Ock and I'm hobnobbing. Cruising the room, gonna linger with the web slinger. Hobnobbing. Hobnobbing with the hobgoblin. Hobnobbing. Just chilling with the master villain, hobnobbing with Batman and Robin. After a while, the teenagers appear. We send them out to pizza and beer. When they return, the music is bumping. Temperature's hot and this joint is jumping. Thanks to Stan and his gang and the cats from DC. Superhero sure know how to party. Hobnobbing. Making the scene with Wolverine and I'm hobnobbing. Talking trash with the Flash and I'm hobnobbing. Shooting the breeze with Mr. Freeze, and I'm hobnobbing with Batman and Robin. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It'd be all DC version.
Okay, I'm going to mute you all again.
Ooh.
Bear with me. Yeah, one of these days I'll actually learn how to play that song properly. But it's one of my favorites. Here's a song that I messed up the last time I tried to play it. I'm going to try to do it justice a little better. And it's a little bit about cause and effect. It's called the hummingbird effect, and you're all familiar with the butterfly effect, which is that if a butterfly flaps its wings in one location, the movement of the air molecules can trigger an event across halfway around the world, a tornado or a hurricane. That every action that you take has a consequence. About 1 billion years ago, give or take a couple of billion years, light from a distant star embarked on a long journey bound for here. And after traveling all that way, it bounced around the Milky Way, and then it made its way to Earth and caused your misty eyes to shine again. The harbor bell is tolling as the early morning fog is rolling in. But when it hits the shoreline, it's swept away by a sudden gust of wind. Now as the wind outruns the trees, what's now a gentle breeze gives up the chase. But not until it makes the curtains dance and shadows play upon your face. Every atom in the universe, every ripple in the sea has conspired to deliver you to me. Wings of a hummingbird beat more than 100,000 times an hour as it flits around our yard and zigs and zags and darts from flower to flower. But perhaps the most amazing thing of all is when it stops to hover in midair, 'cause that's the moment I get to catch you smiling unaware. Every atom in the universe, every ripple in the sea has conspired to deliver you to me. About 1 billion years ago, give or take a couple of billion years,
Yes!
Yay! Fantastic.
Thank you, folks. I'm pleased that you like that. It's one of my favorites, too. Well, I know we started a little late, but I still got like about a half dozen songs to sing for you folks, so if you want to bear with me. I'm going to just keep moving right along. I've been meaning to ask, I know that all the pubs open this weekend. Oy vey. I mean, I hope that you're still keeping yourselves safe and not getting too rowdy and ridiculous, because apparently this thing is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
But here we are. This song is always getting requested, and I'm pleased with that. I'm going to mute you all again. So here we go. I heard you're feeling under the weather. I really hope you're feeling much better soon. Wasn't even sure as to whether I ought to even bother you with this silly tune. But then I thought, hey, it doesn't matter. Either way, it'll make you feel glad, or else you'll find it so annoying. It'll help to distract you from your troubles, and all I wanna say is that we hope and pray you're gonna be okay. It's just another one of life's little traumas. Gee, you look good in those pajamas, even though I know it's not exactly what you had in mind when you said you wanted a break from the daily grind. Even though you know it could have been a whole lot worse, then I would have had to come up with a whole other verse. And by the way, I think I'm in love with your nurse. She seems like a caring person. Now listen. All I wanna say is that we hope and pray you're gonna be okay. Anyway, you seem a little tired. Better try and get some rest is required. Anything you need, just say the word, no matter how ridiculous or absurd. Well, then enough of this chit-chat. I guess it's time for me to go. Don't worry, I'll look after your damn cat, and I'll be back tomorrow. And all I wanna say is that we hope and pray you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Yeehaw! Yeah.
Gets me every time.
Yay!
Yay!
Whoop whoop!
Okay, I'm going to do one more ukulele thing and then finish off with a few things on the piano. I think this is a good follow-up to that last song where someone's under the weather, because hopefully everyone will recover from what they're dealing with right now, and feel back in the swing of things. Oh, I forgot to mute you all. 1 second. I was down for the count. I was out of commission. I was having a bad day. I was definitely in a precarious position. But if you ask me how I'm doing now, this is what I say. I say I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I'm actually looking forward to what tomorrow brings. Things are looking up, it's what the bluebird sings. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I was feeling uninspired and so unmotivated. My get up and go was gone. Staring at the walls is just so overrated. So I finally got back out of bed to sing this song. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I don't mind actually looking forward to what tomorrow brings. I don't mind getting up when the doorbell rings. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. Now every day that passes, I'm feeling just a little bit better. My outlook is significantly improved. You know, I never was a real go-getter, but now it feels I'm finally getting back in the groove, and I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I'm actually looking forward to what tomorrow brings. I even took the time to change my ukulele strings. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. So if you're down in the dumps and your life is living dreary, if you're feeling unenthused and depressed, heed my advice, it's more than just a theory. Take a shower, comb your hair, and get dressed, and you'll be slowly getting back into the swing of things. Actually looking forward to what tomorrow brings. Things will be looking up, is what the bluebirds sing. I'm slowly getting back, slowly getting back, slowly getting back into the swing of things.
Cheers.
Cha-cha. Yes.
Cha-cha. Okay.
Good job. Can we have something we know, Dean?
I think you can, so bear with me, and here comes some few things that I think you should know, okay?
No, stick with the obscure stuff.
Very good, Mr. Friedman.
I'm pleased to hear it, folks. So stand by while I mute you all again. All right, well, this is probably a song that you'll recognize. Well, said the rocking chair. It's been a while since I've seen such stark despair. Who told you life was fair? Whoa, whoa, said the radio. Said there's some things you ought to know. There's little you can do to stop the pain, and it's gonna happen time and time again. So just remember, even though it sounds insane, it's impossible to ever love somebody in vain. Alright, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. No, no, said the balcony. If it's pity you want, don't come to me. No, nothing comes for free. said the coffee cup. Maybe now is the time to act grown up. If you feel like your world is crashing in, simply dial up your nearest kith or kin and let them in. You'll discover that you probably make it through once again. Alright, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Hey, hey, said the tabletop. Don't be making like you're anything you're not. Make do with what you got. Don't forget to set the cuckoo clock. Any parts you need, we've got in stock. Take a look at the place you call your home. You're reflected in all the things you own, and the seeds of reason you have sown. They're a measure of part of you that's already grown. Alright, it's gonna be alright. 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 Alright. Thank you, thank you.
Bravo, bravo. Love it.
Well, I mentioned musicals earlier. One of my fantasy dreams is to one day be able to do a musical based on Well Said the Rocking Chair. So if anyone out there has got 5 or 6 million pounds, because that's what it costs to launch a musical on the West End, even more on Broadway, just drop me an email. And we can make it happen.
Can't find my wallet.
I've got my wallet.
What are you making there? Oh, hey, Cara. Lovely to see you.
That was fabulous.
Thank you, thank you. You're looking good. I love your glasses.
Thank you. Did you play that for me?
Well, I know that you enjoy it. I know that you guys were dancing on the deck yesterday.
We were.
Excellent.
Thank you. I love you.
It's great to see you. Thank you for listening. All right. Well, I'll do another one that I think you folks should know. Starts this way. Lydia keeps my toothbrush in her apartment, and she never complains. Hardly ever, then jokingly she says, "Boy, it's been so long since I've held you. I nearly gave you up for dead. I nearly gave you up for dead. I nearly gave you up for dead." Understand, I can offer you nothing at all. This is more than I had planned. Lady, I'm at your command, at least until morning comes. Then I must be off again. I must be off again. Talk about conscious decisions, about running my own life. Maybe I'm fooling myself. It's a role I like to play. 'Cause more often than not I'm down down here on the corner. I'm sorry I woke you. Do you feel like some company? Babe, I need a place to stay. Lady, how come you understand? I can offer you nothing at all. This is more than I had planned. Lady, I am at your command. At least until morning comes, then I must be off again. I must be off again. I sleep with a woman who thinks I'm a child. Well, maybe I am. No, that wouldn't surprise anyone. I suspect that much is true. But lady, if you only knew just how much I love you. Did you know that I love you? It's the best that I can do. Lady, how can you understand? I can offer you nothing at all. This is more than I had planned. Lady, I am at your command. At least until morning comes, then I must be off again. I must be off again.
Beautiful song.
Wonderful, gorgeous, awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, folks.
Oh, you're stinking.
And it is really nice to see everybody's faces. That's why,
just
even though
take
I
part.
enjoy my regular DeanZines and StreamYards and being able to show videos and have guests, and this is a different format that I really enjoy.
When you miss your friends.
Actually, a question I wanted to ask you, a couple of things. I got two more songs to sing before I wrap it up, but I know it's running a little late. Forgive me. But it's Sunday night. Where are you going?
Yeah.
And the pubs are closed, right, by now?
Yeah.
So one thing is this: is that I know through my DeanZines, and I assume that the majority of you folks have been watching them. One of the pleasures that I have is introducing you to these wonderful singer-songwriters that I know that I've met and worked with over the years, so it's really nice to be able to share their music with you. And some folks and some of you probably attended, I know, and have helped out. Last 2 years, I've done something called the Song Fest, where I invited a bunch of these wonderful singer-songwriters, and we did one, last year we did one up north and one up south, and they're a lot of fun. We had one scheduled for this summer, but it was canceled, postponed until next year, 2021, along with all the rest of my tour dates. But anyway, I've been thinking about having an online song fest and inviting a whole bunch of these wonderful singer-songwriters for like a day of Songfest on Zoom, so that we could do this kind of thing with an audience. And so my question is, do you think that's something you folks might want to support, to have an online Songfest, a virtual Songfest?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well,
Sunday. Great song.
I'm going to talk to some folks and see if I can plan it.
Brilliant. Definitely for us.
Your support of that would really be appreciated. And Because, yeah, it's frustrating doing what we do and not being able to play these gigs, although I know some folks are starting to do parking lot driving gigs. Anyway, speaking of which, I just want to mention a couple of things.
Go on, man.
You better mute yourself. Mute yourself, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to mute you all for a second. Bear with me.
Yeah, I would.
But I love you still, even though I'm putting a mute on you. Anyway, I just wanted to mention one thing, is that most of you are familiar with my good friend Boothby Graffo, awesome singer-songwriter, comedian. He's doing a live stream tomorrow night, July 6th, at 8 p.m. UK time. It's tomorrow, Monday night, July 6th. Boothby Graffo. You can find it on Eventbrite, the ticket agency, or just Google it, or go to on Twitter. You can search him. Even though he's Boothby Graffo, his Twitter name is Booby Graffo, but you'll be able to find him. And if you got no plans tomorrow night, Monday night, you should definitely check it out. It's pay what you like, and I promise you will be entertained. And again, to remind you, next week's my regular DeanZine. Rich Hall is going to be my guest. I'm really excited. And he's brilliant, and he's streaming. He's out in the Midwest, I think, in his ranch somewhere in Minnesota, wherever he lives, when he's not in the UK, which he lives most of the time there. Anyway, so just to make that point. All right, 2 more songs, and then I'm going to send you folks home. Oh, wait, you're already home. All right, well, here's another song that I suspect most of you know. When I read the song, I was a little self-conscious because there's not much of a storyline. The plot is very simple. Boy meets a girl, they go out on a date, they wind up making out to the television. And then I played the recording of it for these teenage girls who lived on my block, and they accused me of reading their diaries. That's when I knew that I had struck a chord. Way on the other side of the Hudson, deep in the bosom of suburbia, I met a young girl, she sang mighty fine, tears on my pillow and Ave Maria. Standing by the waterfall in Paramus Park, she was working for the Friends of PAI. She was collecting quarters in a paper cup. She was looking for change, and so was I. She was a Jewish girl, I fell in love with her. She wrote her number on the back of my hand. I called her up, I was all out of breath. I said, come hear me play in my rock and roll band. I took a shower and I put on my best blue jeans. I picked her up in my new VW van. She wore a peasant blouse with nothing underneath. I said, hi, she said, yeah, I guess I am. Something to eat. She had some onion rings, she had a pickle. She forgot to tell me that she didn't eat me. I had a gig in the American Legion Hall. It was a dance for the volunteer ambulance corps. She was sitting in a corner against the wall. She would smile and I melted all over the floor. Some TV, a night fun at Jello, and some guy going steady. I started fooling around with the vertical hold. We got the munchies and I made some spaghetti. We sat and we talked into the night. But Channel 2 was signing off the air. I found the softness of her mouth. We made love to bumps bursting in air. Alabama suburbia. I met a young girl, she sang mighty fine. Tears on my pillow and Ave Maria. Tears on my pillow and Ave Maria. Tears on my pillow and Ave Maria. All right, I just gotta get a glass of water.
One more song, it's the end.
I'm gonna play one last song on the piano and then say goodnight to everybody.
Good.
Or afternoon, as the case may be. I want to thank everybody again for for joining me to this.
Thank you.
Again, so
Thank you.
it's really nice to see all your faces, and hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to see you, in a nice theater, sitting comfortably from stage, and when all this crazy is behind us in the rearview mirror.
Look forward to it, Dean. Come to Bromsgrove.
I'll get there eventually. Absolutely.
The French. Come to Bognor.
This very last song.
Eastbourne?
Eastbourne, yes.
Come back
Eastbourne, sure. I'll be everywhere. Hold on, I'm going to mute you again for a second till the end of the song. I've played this twice over the last few months on the DeanZine, and I've characterized it as a work in process. And it still is, because it's a complicated song and it's still evolving. But I couldn't help but consider all the things that are happening around us these days, and trying to put them in a song to talk a little bit about America and our complicated history. So I tried to do it in an indirect way, just not to hit you over the head with it, and to try and make it as beautiful as I could in my modest attempt. But also to say some things, and forgive me for overanalyzing the song before you heard it, but it deals with the original sins in America, genocide of the Native American original residents of this continent, slavery, and also the way we're treating immigrants today, and not to mention our culture of violence that just seems so inherent in America in particular. I know it's inherent in humankind. That's no question about that, but there's something unique about our history, and no one can figure it out, but we just love guns and shooting people. Anyway, so forgive me for lecturing. You don't need me lecturing, but it's a song that I just feel compelled to share with you. And you like my submarine races coffee mug? That's what I drink in the morning. So I'm going to go over there to the piano and sing this one last song, and then I'm going to come back and say goodnight. Don't you fret now, don't you cry. It's an American lullaby. Manifest destiny's a lie. It's an American lullaby. Half moon sailing through the night. Crack of a musket fire, first light. Always keep your powder dry. It's an American lullaby. Rest your head, in dreams you'll fly to an American lullaby. Blaze a trail across the sky to an American lullaby. A drinking gourd will point the way, stealth by night and sleep by day. And peg leg Joe, you can rely to an American lullaby. Unclench your fist and dry your eye to an American lullaby. Judgment served from up on high to an American lullaby. One fine night in paradise, God of thunder rolls the dice. 1,000 rounds light up the sky to an American lullaby. And restless dreams may divide what TV pundits prophesy. Best laid plans have gone awry to an American lullaby. He said, I cannot tell a lie, cross my heart and hope to die. He still won't look you in the eye to an American lullaby. Close your eyes now, sleep is nigh to an American lullaby. Cross the shallows, do or die to an American lullaby. Headlights shining in the dark, coyotes howl, the bloodhounds bark. You can hear the angels sigh to an American lullaby. Human kindness in short supply to an American lullaby.
Oh, me too.
Yeah!
Thank you, everybody.
That's great.
Thank you again for bearing with me and for hanging out for
Record
the
that
show
song, Dean.
and for
Record
coming back. Stay in touch. I'll see you next week with the regular DeanZine with Rich Hall. And
you guys.
I wish you all well. Everybody take care of yourselves.
Wishing you well too, Dean. Take care.
Have another one for August?
Okay. I'm going to sign off for now, and you know what? I'll let you guys chat amongst yourselves for a couple of minutes, and then I'll close the meeting. But thank you again. Thank you to Paul Birnbaum for being my co-host and helping out with some of the technology. And once again, guys, bless you, be safe, be well.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time.
Bye, Dean. Love you.
Bye, Socks.
Bye, Socks.
Bye,
Rocking socks.
Nighty night.
Oh yeah, thank you.
We love Dean, but we love socks.
Bye, Socks.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I think Dean's gone now.
Yes.
Well, he can come out now, though.
Bye.
Dean's gone, it's just us.
Bye. Bye.
Hello?